Hey guys, come on in. Welcome back. I've been gone for a couple of days. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs. We have a rental and we had to go up and back to check out one of our tenants. He graduated and has from college and ended up having a job where he's moving out of state, and so we had to go up and just check him out. So it was kind of a 2-day thing, and I missed y'all. I hope you missed me. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and we are going to do a what's it called? A welcome mat. We're going to do a welcome mat tonight. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but I've got a variety of colors. This is called Groovy Home, and I know it's backwards for y'all, but let's go ahead and we're going to pull this out of its sleeve, and then we're going to position it on the, let's see where I want to put this. I think I'm going to put this, where do I want to put this? I'll put it back here, and hopefully I'll remember it's there. All right, I'm going to need to put an apron on, y'all, because if I don't put an apron on, hey Amanda, how are you? If I don't put an apron on, you can guarantee I'm going to get paint on me. Chances are less likely I'll get paint on me if I put an apron on. All right, so I've got a variety of colors here, y'all. This is taken up. Hey, Pat, how are you doing? I'm going to do the Groovy Home stencil, the transfer from Chalk Couture, and I'm going to do a welcome mat. And I have I've got kind of a conglomeration of colors here. And glad to hear you're doing well, Amanda. Thanks for joining me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to show you how to work with what is called a C-size transfer. And I don't know if this is going to turn out well or not, so we're going to just go for it. This is a pretty big, surface. I mean, it's taken up, what did it say? This is 18 by 30 inches, double border mat, 100% polyester. I need to turn my heat press on. We're going to do this in ink. Let me let y'all take a screenshot of that. Hey, Kimberly. And I have no idea what's going to happen here today. So y'all are going to be just as surprised, good, bad, or indifferent as I am. So I've been wanting to do this, and I haven't gotten around to do it. And I thought, you know, if I don't do it, the summer's going to be gone. And I'm going to flip this over, and we are going to kind of put this, hopefully we can get this on here and get it centered, and we're going to put it down. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so far it looks like this is sticking down pretty well. So here goes nothing, right? So my thinking is I'm going to do home in black, and then I'm going to, except for the O, I think I want to do the O in yellow. Shall we do it in yellow? Hey, Lisa, come on in. Good to see you. Let's give it a try and see what happens. I'm going to kind of work from left to right, and I'm going to need to go from top to bottom. So let me go ahead and open up these. I've got a variety of different colors. You know, it says it's a Groovy Home, so I'm going to go with maybe some purple. I'm thinking purple would be pretty. I'm going to open these up, and ooh, that looks good. So we may have to get some purple in here. And I'm also thinking I'm going to bring the black out. I'm going to use the black, a lot of the black. So we're going to get that. And the purple. I'm just kind of lining my my paste up right now. I don't have a whole lot of room where I can show y'all what I'm doing. All right, then I've got Bumblebee, which is a yellow, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stir this with a little bit of water, distilled water in it. We want it to be nice and creamy, so I'm just going to stir this. It looks like I've got plenty here. I think I want the flour for the O, I think I want that to be yellow. What do y'all think? I think that's the color that we should make it. So I'm going to just kind of wipe this off. I have stir sticks, but I thought, you know, I'm going to kind of maybe go disposable tonight since I'm going to be working with so many colors. All right, then the other thing, so I'm going to keep the black because I'm going to use the majority of that. So I'm not getting a real good adhesion here, so we'll see what happens, y'all. I want to use pink. This is called Dream Car. This is a favorite of mine. So I want to do some pink, so we're going to get some pink out. And then I also want to bring in some green. All right, let me put this off to the side. Y'all, it's my big desk that I have, and I'm going to use it all up tonight. So it's going to be a good thing as we go through this. Just trying to find the space. All right, I think I want to use orange peel. We'll see how that does. This looks like it could be stirred a little bit better. I'm going to just get everything open. And I think we'll mix in some red with the pink somewhere in here. We'll do pink. And this is candy apple red. And I'm going to put the lids over here next to these. All right, y'all. Here we go. I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start with the black. And we'll see where this takes us. And I've got some different greens. And here we go. All right, so I think I want to use my, how am I going to do this? I got to think about this. I get a one-shot deal because there's no going back and once it's down, it's going to be down. All right, I think there's a part of me that wants to use a small squeegee, and there's a part of me that wants to use the, what do you call this? Multi-tool. It has like a little squeegee at the end, and it's bendable, and it'll get into small places. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead. I really want to, I feel like the small squeegee is going to be the right thing to do. We're gonna give it a shot, y'all. I want to get the home in here. I'm going to come up here in the top. This is going to be really, really tricky because there's a lot of go around stuff that has to be done. Now, I'm working with ink. I'm working with Chalk Couture's ink. All right, and just like I always tell y'all, you want to go from the edge of the design into the center of the design. And I don't want to go into that yellow. I'm going to call it a sunflower because that's what it kind of looks like. And I'm going to just go softly. And just like I always tell you, I'll go in from the edge of the design into the center of the design so that we don't. And I'm sure this is going to drink this up so that we don't go into the design next to it. So we'll see. We are going to see. And there is a part of me that wants to grab my, this is tricky. I want to grab my multi-tool, but I also want a bigger surface to chalk with. So I'm going to go all the way up to the line, and then I'm going to come in here. This may take longer than I thought, y'all. Just taking my time. And I'm going to go up to the edge of the flower. There's a nice big border here, so it looks like using the small squeegee is going to be okay. You may want to go for, all right, let me make sure I'm on this okay. All right, I'll come back and get this flower. But I want the bottom of this to be black, because I want most of the letters in this to be black. All right, so we got that, and then I'm going to come down here. I'll come back and get this in a minute. I'm going to go in here, go from the edge of the design to the center of the design. If you do that, you are less likely to get bleeding, even if you don't have a good seal. All right, so here we go. I'm going to come back in here, and it looks like I may need to come back. Just taking my time, going. The Chocolatier has given you enough of a border that you can actually work this with a mini squeegee. All right, I'm going to dip into the black again. And I'm going from the edge of the design into the center of the design. All right, again, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go from the edge of the design to the center of the design. And I'm going to push up into the center of it, hoping that I'm not going to get any bleeding. I don't know what this material is, but it's got a lot of petroleum in it because I can smell it, which I'm not real fond of. But bottom line is that because it's not adhering to this as much as I would like for it to, I'm being real careful not to go from the center of the design to the edge. I'm going from the edge into the center. And if I do that, I'll be less likely to have any bleeding. All right, so I'm going to leave those little flowers there. I'm going to come back here. This is part of home. So I'm going to pick that up. And it looks like the only part of home that I still have, I'm going to live dangerously and put that on there, and I probably shouldn't, but here we go. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to go in between, and I want to come from the edge of the design into the center of the design. And I'm going to do the black part of home down here. Oops, I need to be careful. I stuck my hands in it. And we're going to just take our time, go along this edge, making sure that I get it nice and covered. And I'm going to do these 3 dots in black. It seems to be what I did up top, so I'm going to be consistent with it. Okay, we're going to make sure we grab those dots, get them nice and black. You can make them any color you want. This is a pretty big design, and there's a lot to it. All right, so here's our H, and we've got that. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to take a paper towel. Probably shouldn't put that on there. And I'm going to wipe this off. I'm also going to wipe off what I got on my hands. All right, there's our H. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to come in here, and I have no rhyme or reason as to why I'm using which color, but I'm going to come in here with the multi-tool, and I think I want, all right, this is going to be yellow. So let's do pink here. All right, I like pink. I like hot pink. So we're going to come in here, and I'm going to use this multi-tool. And again, I'm going to go from the edge of the design into the center of the design. I feel like I should have maybe yellow in the middle of this. Trying to make sure that I get enough ink on here that it's going to saturate into, and I don't want to grab that black, so I'm being very, very careful not to grab it, but it looks like I just grabbed a little bit of it. And again, Take this and just kind of dip it in here. Oops, there's a little bit of black. I've got a leaf there that I'm going to come back and get in green. I'm just going to kind of go, as I go along, I'm going to choose my colors. I don't have anything planned out from the beginning. All right, here we go. All right, just making sure I've got a good amount of, oops, I got black. I want to make sure I have a good amount of this pink that's saturating into the design. All right, let's grab some green. Actually, let's come up here and we're going to grab this pink up top here, or this, whatever it's called, this little kind of like a fleur-de-lis, but it's not. And we're going to make this pink also. Just making sure that we get that nice and covered. And this will be a fun one to do, like you could just kind of sit down at the table and you know what? How do I want to do this? All right, I'm going to just kind of periodically, sporadically, I'm going to add some more pink in here because I like pink. And we're going to grab that. Trying as best as I can to go from the center, the edge of the design into the center of the design. And let's see, where else do I want pink? Maybe I'll do this small guy here in pink also. Probably should have done the other letters first, but here we are. While I've got the pink out, let's just kind of randomly put it in spots and see what we're going to get. And then I think I'm going to do a pink down here. Just some random spots, whatever I feel like I want. And all right, so I think that's going to be good. Maybe these little guys here, maybe we'll do these also. We're going to hit these guys with some pink. Just kind of loading the end of this with the pink ink. Now remember that when we work with the ink that we're going to need to heat press this. Okay, let's see. Hey Deb, how are you? All right, so there we go. All right, let's see. Anything else that I want pink? Let me see how it's balanced here. All right, pink, 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 pink. I think that's spread out enough. So I'm going to wipe this off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with, my sister has a lot of groovy type stuff. And there's a lot of like pink and orange mixed together. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to come in here with some yellow and make the center of this yellow. Hopefully it's nice. It's going to show up pretty well. I have no idea if it will or if it won't. And while I have the yellow out, let's just go ahead. I probably should get a mini squeegee for this. And we're going to do this great big sunflower. Now we have black shutters. We've got a brick house and black shutters. So, all right, I'm going to get a bigger, this is too small for this. So let me wipe this off so that it's clean. The next time I want to use it, we're going to come back and do this in here. But I want to do these in orange, but I'm going to go ahead and grab this sunflower. Kind of keeping my fingers crossed that this is going to take pretty well. I have no idea. I have not done one of these before, y'all. So you're seeing this for the first time. Just right along there with me. I think I want to do this inside ring with a different color. So I'm trying not to get that. And so I'm going to go from the edge of the design into the center of the design, and that'll keep me from dragging too much of the color into the next design. And you can use the multi-tool, but there's just so much surface area here. I feel like it's going to be better to use what's called a mini squeegee. All right, here we go. Going on to the next one. And if you can always remember to go from the edge of the design to the center of the design of whatever kind of stenciling you're doing, you will be less likely. All right, this is going to all be yellow. You'll be less likely to get bleeding. All right, same thing. I'm going to go from the edge into the center. All right, here we go, y'all. Going to grab this. Now, if you have not tried working with Chalk Couture stencils before, or even if you have, Chalk Couture has a perks program, and it's $20 a month. And the thing about it is, you get the $20 back in gift certificates every month, and but you get 30% off. So if you want to try Chalk Couture, I highly recommend you become a perks member and save 30% on all products. And even if you have used Chalk Couture before, I recommend that you become a perks member and save yourself $30. I mean 30%, not $30. But every month that you're a member, Chalk Couture gives you $20, kind of like in gift certificates. It's like perks, what do you call it? Perks points, designer dollars. So it's really a win-win situation. You can join and quit anytime you want. You are not obligated to. You can join for 1 month and quit after 1 month. That'll help you decide what you what you want to spend or save. You want to spend your $20 on and save 30%. That's what, if I were not a designer, that's what I would do. I'm a numbers person. I was a math teacher. And so I always try to find like what's the best deal. And really your best deal is to be a designer, because you get 40% off. But if you don't want to sell it, and you don't have to sell it even if you're a designer, you can get 30% off. Just don't pay full retail. It just doesn't make any sense to pay full retail when you can save money. All right, here we go. Just trying to help y'all. That's what I would do. All right, here we go. Just kind of going back over it. See what we're going to get. Oh, I missed that spot right there. This is a little more intricate than some of the other pieces that I've done with Chalk Couture, but you know, it's just like anything else. The more you practice, the better you get, and then you try things that are a little bit more difficult, right? Oh, thanks. Hey, Berta, thanks for sprinkling. I appreciate that. All right, so there's some yellow. I think I want to do, I think I should do orange there, y'all. Should I do orange? Nah. I think I should do purple there. Let's do purple there. What do you think? Should we do purple? You're right. The $20 is only good for each month. It does not carry over. Thanks for saying that, Cindy. It does not carry over. So you want to make sure that if you are a member that you're going to use that $20. All right, here we go, y'all. You want to use that $20 the month that it is given to you. Cindy is exactly right. Thank you, Cindy. All right, going to do some green here. You know, if you would have asked me what my favorite colors are, I don't know that I would think green and pink. But my kitchen is green and pink. I had a pink room when I was 10. I love hot pink. All right, we're going to come in here. I like bright, vibrant colors, I think, more than anything else. All right, here we go. Let's see where else. I've got some green leaves down here, so I'm just going to grab these. Hopefully they're going to look good. This one has a little bit of metallic in it. All right, I'm going to grab these leaves here. This is kind of challenging, so I like it. I love a challenge. This one is definitely a challenge for me. A lot of small parts, but Chocolatour's done a good job of, what's the word I want to use? Giving you some nice borders to work with. All right, so I think I want to do purple, so let me grab some purple. I think I'm going to do purple here. No, I think I'm going to do orange there. Let's grab some orange. I'm going to finish out this H before I move over. Make sure I'm not home in black. Yes, I'm doing. The rest of these are going to be home in black. I'm going to grab this. Oh, I wanted to do. Oh well, we're doing orange here now. This is ink. Ink is permanent. And then we will heat set this. Who knows? I might give this to my sister. She's a hippie for Jesus. All right, so there is that. So I think I'm going to come down here. I'm going to add orange in here. I want to do some more blending, y'all. I got my brushes out and started with the blending, and I love blending. I forget how much I like it until I do it, and then I don't do it for a while, and I remember, oh, I love this. All right, so here we go. So orange. So let's do this. I'm going to do the center of this. This may be crazy, but I'm going to do the center of this orange. And then I'm going to do the next layer in purple. I got all kinds of colors here, y'all. All right, let's see. Where else am I going to do orange so I can wipe this off? I'm going to do this. I'll go ahead and do this one in orange so I can wipe my tool off without wasting it. And I think I'm going to do orange here. Just a little bit more. I like that orange and pink together. All right, let's see what else I got. Okay, I got all of this in here. I'm going to do purple there, and I need to do some green. I think I'll come over here. I think I'm going to do, while I've got this, let's just do it. We're going to do this one in orange. Whoops, got the center of that. Center is going to be orange too. This is a challenging one. If you have not used Chalk Couture's products before, I would probably do this all in one color, just to make it easier on yourself. I think tomorrow is the last day. Chalk Couture has a lot of stuff on sale. I want to say tomorrow's the last day, but I haven't checked. So if you're interested in getting some stuff on sale, you may want to check it out tonight or tomorrow and take it from there. All right, so there is that. I think I'm going to come in here with some purple, and I got orange, 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 orange. All right, let's put this off to the side, and I'm going to wipe this. Let me get another paper towel. Did I tell y'all that my paper towels fit exactly in these Alex drawers from IKEA? It is crazy. All right, I'm gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna go over this with a metallic. We're gonna do a combination of orange, purple, and yellow here. It's a groovy pattern, so we can do whatever we want, right? Well, even if it wasn't a groovy pattern, we could do whatever we want. Have any of y'all, Cindy, you said you've done this before, and you did it all in black? Okay, here we go. I'm going to go from the edge of the design into the center, so that I'm going over the edge, not under the edge. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. But I'm taking from the edge into this so that I take fewer chances of it bleeding this way. And I have no idea what kind of I'm gonna get. All right, I said I wanted some purple. So let me take, and I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to get some purple up here. I hope this turns out. My biggest concern is it going to bleed? Because I'm really not getting a good, what do you call it, adhesive. I'm not getting a good stick with this because of whatever this is made out of. All right, so there is that. Let's see, where else do we want to do some purple? Don't have too many more left, so let's see, I got purple, orange. I think I'm going to bring some purple over here. And I'm going to bring some purple up here at the top of the E, just kind of balancing it out as to where I put the different colors. Okay, and then I need some green leaves in here. I don't have many more flowers, but I think I want this one to be orange here. So let me wipe this off. And before I do that, I'm going to come in here with this metallic and just kind of go over this and give it a little bit of a shimmer. Kind of like mixing the colors. All right, same thing over here. I'm going to go over it with the metallic. Okay. And we're going to wipe this off. And I'm missing a center on this one right here. And I think I want that one to be, let me grab this smaller tool here. I want that one to be, what color do I want it to be? All right, hang on. There it is. All right, this is a detail tool. It has an even smaller I think I want yellow. I think I'm going to do that purple because yellow and purple are complements of each other, so they go together well. So I do that. Okay. Stick that over there. I'll wipe this off. And I need another color. I think this one needs to be orange, y'all. I think that's the balance for that one there. So let me grab my squeegee, and I'm going to put this over here, and we're going to go in here with a mini squeegee, and remember I'm going to go up into the design, and then I'm going to come down and go the other direction so that I don't get any bleeding. We'll see how effective this method is going to be. Yeah, I want the orange here. Okay. All right, do I see any? Oh, there's one more flower here, and I think that flower needs to be pink. I'm seeing pink there, so I'm going to grab my little tool, and I'm going to go in here, and this one's going to be pink. All right, and we're going to wipe that off. Let's see if there are any more flowers. And then the last thing I need to do, well, I need to do two more things. I need to do the greenery. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to make these green. I feel like I want to go over this with a darker green too, but we'll see. It's really kind of soothing to just kind of, it's like you're painting, but you don't have to paint anything. All you have to do is add the colors to it. It's kind of fun. This is probably the biggest, most colorful, most colors that I've used with a project with Chalk Couture. It's kind of fun. I thought I was going to be nervous, but I'm actually pretty relaxed doing this. Again, I'm going from the edge into the center of this leaf, and then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing on this side of the leaf. I can't express how important it is to do that. So that you, especially, I'm not getting a good seal. This is a brand new transfer, and I think it's just the surface that this is, because normally it would stick pretty hard. All right, coming along here, I'm going to do all of these little green sprigs. And again, I'm going to just go from the edge of the design to the center. And I want to, when I can, to go away from whatever design is next to it. All right, here's some leaves in here. So we're going to come in here. Now, I've decided to kind of intentionally do the black last, because that way, you know, if I drag anything into these leaves, it'll just be another color. It won't be the black. But I am going to come back and I'm going to do the black. And we're almost done, y'all. All right, here we go. Remember that with ink, we want to heat set this. My Cricut heat press is on 305 degrees. It's actually gone off. 305 degrees, and then we will do 30 seconds for each pass. Okay, all right, just a couple more. I'm going to get this greenery here. And of course, you get to pick whatever colors you want. There are singles of ink. The ink is sold in singles, so you have a variety of colors that you can choose from. And if you're new, just get, you know, just get one color and swoosh over the whole thing. But I would make sure that you tape it off so that you don't go off of your surface. All right, I got one more little flower here, and I think that needs to be orange. So let me wipe this off, and we're going to take this thing here and get this little guy right here. Oops, I got a little bit of orange there in the M. All right, looking to see, I don't think I have anything else. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Molly. Good. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm Julie with Nothing Is Wasted Designs. If you're new to my page, welcome. I hope you'll follow me. All right, here we go. We're going to go in here and we're going to finish this out with the black. I'm going to take some big chunks. I'll probably go, oops, I got a little bit of black on that yellow. Kind of sprinkled on there. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing that I tell you. I'm going to go from the edge into the center. I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to turn out. Just kind of taking my time, making sure I get good coverage. Just kind of dipping this in here. Now, if I would have done the black first, then when I did the orange and the flowers and everything, it probably would have bled into it. I noticed that it was doing that over here, and I thought, well, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to do the colors first. So, it's okay to change your mind as you're going along. All right, here we go. Going up into the M. All right, here we go. Gonna come in here. And then everywhere where the teal is, the brown, what do you call it? Part of the mat is what's going to have those designs there. We're almost there, y'all. Oops. Really need to come back and now, usually the ink takes a little bit longer to dry, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to pick this up soon enough or not. And if I don't, it's not going to come out of here very easily, out of the silkscreen area. Oops. All right, here we go. I'm going to come in here, going to finish the E. I'm leaving the edges for the smaller tool. It is pretty satisfying to do this, y'all. When I first started, I was like nervous, but I'm not as nervous as I used to be. You know, why was I nervous? Because I didn't want to mess up. I mean, don't we all think that way? We don't want to mess up. But I've learned a lot by messing up and trying new things, so it's been fun. And I just continue to learn more. And I've got a variety of different kinds of crafts that I do, that I've learned. I hope y'all will try new things. Give yourself room to mess up. And I found that cardboard and canvas panels are a great way to give yourself the freedom to try new things, because the canvas panels really aren't that expensive. All right, here we go. We're getting closer, y'all. Getting closer, getting closer. And I'll find out here in a minute how I did. Okay, just keep dipping in here. That. Hey, I gotta have that. I have that motto. It's not my name, but I do. I think all of us crafters feel that way. What a great name. All right. Only thing I see left to do is to take this tool, put that over there, and I'm going to take this smaller tool and I'm going to come in here up at the top where the M is, and down here at the bottom, I did not plan this well. I should have done this so that when I take the stencil off of this, y'all can see it, because this is too heavy for me to turn around while it's wet. All right, here we go. Making sure that I've got all of the parts and pieces. It looks pretty good. I thought I was going to use red, but I didn't use red, but that's okay. I did pink instead. I was going to do a mix of pink and red. All right, I'm just looking to see if I missed anything, and it doesn't look like I did. We'll find out here in a minute. All right, here we go, y'all. Let me get this over here, and I'm going to wipe this off. All right, are y'all ready? Here we go. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, how fun. Make sure, I felt like I left a circle off somewhere. Nope, I got them all. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. I am loving it. Okay, I like it. All right, let me get this in my water without getting it all over everything else, so that this can be soaking. Make sure I don't get this on my... Well, I have an apron on, so I was smart to do that. All right, let me get this down in the water, because we want that to get nice and wet so that we can get the ink out of that. I probably could have made that a little bit deeper. That's okay. I think we're going to be okay. All right, let me get my hands. I'm going to grab a paper towel. Wow, I love this. All right, let me dry it, and then we're going to heat set it. What y'all think? Oh, this is really cool. Looks like I could have gotten a little bit better around the edge here and in the inside here, but other than that, it looks really good. Just a couple of spots that I could have put more ink on here. Oh, how fun. So this is going to go in front of my, thanks, Berta. It's going to go in front of my front door. I want to get it good and dry, and then after we dry it, we'll put the heat press on it, and this will set the ink. So I should have put a different color for the circle. How fun. I'm glad I did the dots in black, because that kind of highlights the letters. It's wet. a fun one, huh? I can move it over a little bit. This thing is heavy. It's wet. Definitely wet. I put a lot of ink on this. Right, this side over here is feeling dry. I can look at this and tell that that's still wet because it's real shiny. So whenever you're working with paint or ink or paste or anything like that, you know, unless it's like a metallic or a gloss or something, you'll know that it's still wet if it's shiny because you see the reflection, the water that's in your water-based paint, you'll see the reflection of the light in it. So you don't even really, for the most part, you don't even have to really touch it. I can see this is really thick over here. I'm glad I did that in the yellow, the purple, and the orange. I like that. I like this. I like the colors I chose. And I like how it turned out. I was really concerned because I didn't know if I was going to get a lot of bleeding, and it doesn't look like I did. Ooh, that's wet. Definitely wet. Right, this is dry. This is wet. I'll have to take a picture of it in front of the front door tomorrow when it's light outside and show y'all how it turned out. I like this green in here. I think it's a fun green. Okay, I can see the difference between this part of the black is not as shiny and over here it's still pretty shiny. So that's telling me that it's pretty wet. This is a metallic. So I will turn it around after I get it dry. I just don't want to be messing with it while it's still wet. Now I should have made the center of this orange daisy or whatever it is. It would have been better if I would have made it either pink or purple or something. Even yellow would have been good. I should have done a different color than the orange. This down here is still a little bit wet and it was shiny. So the name of this stencil is called Groovy Home. And I'll put a link up after I get off, I'll put a link of where you can find it. Yeah, I should have done a little bit more right in here. The M and the E I did a better job with than I did with the H. Some parts of the orange is still wet. Black is still wet. I put a lot of ink on this. Hey Steph, welcome to my page. Thanks for joining me. I'm Julie, and my page name is Nothing is Wasted Designs. I hope this doesn't melt when I put the heat press on it. All this work will go down the drain quick. We'll see. Well, that looks dry. Trying to find a clean finger. Well, that's looking good. It's getting there. Whoa, look at that. That's still wet. I like the metallic in this green. It's really shiny. Oh, that one's still wet. Red is still a little bit wet. This is taking longer to dry than I thought it would. Dry. Okay, looks like the orange is dry. All right, y'all, here we go. Let's get let me get all these jars of ink out of the way so that I have a little more room to work. There's the orange. That was orange peel. This is Ever After. It's a metallic green. This is ink. This is the Chocolate ink, and it's a metallic green. And the pink is called Dream Car. This is the pink. It's like a fuchsia. Go ahead and put these in here. Get all of these out of the way so I have a little more room to turn this around without sticking the corner of it. And I was going to use red, but I didn't use red. I used hot pink, and it kind of looks red. All right, and then we're going to take these purples. This is called Shimmer Violet. It's a real pretty violet. And we're going to put the squeegee there. And I am notorious for dropping stuff right on my project, so I got to be careful. We'll put the black away. So I used, let's see, how many colors did I use? 1, 2, let's see, black is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 colors. So that was fun. And like I said, there are single packets of ink that that you can buy if you don't, you know, because you're not going to want to buy a whole jar. I'm just telling you, you're not going to want to buy a whole jar unless you're planning on going hog wild like I did when I bought everything. But most people don't do that like I do. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can turn this around without creating a mess. And then I'll let y'all see. This thing's heavy. It's like really heavy. Ooh. And this is what we have. And then we're going to heat set this. Let me bring it down just a smidgen. Isn't that pretty? Didn't that turn out awesome, y'all? All right, so I'm going to leave it flat like this so y'all can see it this direction. And I'm going to take my parchment paper. And 30 seconds, we're going to do 30 seconds for each. It's going to be one, looks like 1, 2, 3. It looks like we're going to do 6 passes of this. Hey, Karen, come on in. It's nice to have you. And let's see here. Is it Shatila? I can't see. Shatia? All right, we're going to do 30 seconds. It's on 305 degrees. And then I'm going to move this down and do another 30 seconds. All right, it looks okay, y'all. I didn't burn anything. It doesn't look like anything melted, so it looks like we're good. I have to, when I can reach my phone, I'll have to pull it a little bit closer so I can read the names. So if you are new to my page, I'd love it if you'd hit the follow button. That helps my page. All right, here we go. Another 30 seconds. What I'm doing is I'm putting heat on this. It looks like Shatia. I'm putting heat on this so that the ink is set into the fibers. And you can actually feel a difference after you heat set it, because it like at first feels kind of tacky, but then after you heat set it, you can't feel, all right, we're going to do another one here. You can't feel the tackiness of it. It just, you could almost close your eyes and not feel the design at all after you heat set it. I sell it in my shop, Bonnie. I can give you the link after I get off if you want me to. I am a designer for Chalk Couture. And, all right, here we go. I can give you a link to this. And then what you can do is you can go in and look at the different colors of ink that are available if you want to do multiple colors. I usually recommend that when people start to get, you know, like a jar of black and a jar of white, because those are going to be your basic colors. But you can buy individual packets also. And also, since Chalk Couture started their perks program, you pay $20 a month. You get $20 in product credit every month. It's only good for 30 days, so you want to use it before it expires. And, oh, this looks good. Feels good, too. And you get 30% off of all the products, even the sale products. So it's really a win-win situation. I just really, you know, I encourage people that if they're going to buy the products, join the perks program, buy what you want to buy, and then if you don't want to continue your membership, just stop until you find something you want to buy again. I'm all about getting the best amount deal for your dollar. And so I like to tell people, you know, go ahead and do that. All right, this is what we have. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Now, I got the, what is this called? The welcome mat from Home Depot. And I'll show y'all. Boy, this thing is heavy. It's called Style Well. It's 18 by 30 inches. You can take a screenshot of this and then you can put it in the mirror. There you go. And let's see if I can bring y'all in just a little bit. I'm going to bring you up just a smidgen. And I'm going to show you one more time. This is all done now. And so I'll be able to take this out and put it in front of my front door. And it is done. Done, done, done. I appreciate y'all hanging with me tonight. This was fun, wasn't it? This was fun. I had a good time with this. And so what I'm doing is I'm rubbing my hand over it to make sure that everything feels like it's just smooth, and it is. So we're good to go. All right. Let's see. Today is Saturday, so happy Saturday. Thanks, Pat. That was a big project, wasn't it? Have you used this transfer before, Pat? Today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. We have our house church, and we usually meet for 4 hours, and it's about an hour to get there and an hour to get back. So that takes up most of my day. We have so much fun. We get together and we talk about what God did for the week, how he used us, how he stretched us, how we needed him. And it's a busy one. As you can see, it took me a long time to get this one done. But just be careful when you do it that you go from the edge into the center of each design so that you don't get any bleeding. All right, so all of that to say that I will not be on tomorrow, but I will be back Monday. I hope y'all have a wonderful day tomorrow and a great day tonight. I love you. Jesus loves you more. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see y'all Monday. All right, thanks for hanging with me. Bye, y'all.